Hey, it's a trigger. Rich Bontrager back for another tips and tricks and better help you elevate you and your brand message to elevate your brand authority so you shine through the camera no matter what stage you're on. It's great to be back once again to give you some of these insights and tips. And this one comes directly out of a coaching session yesterday working with a client. It's amazing sometimes how we are so focused on ourselves that we miss the opportunity to amplify ourselves by amplifying others. Think about this for a second with me. We're posting, we're sharing, we're creating so much content and all the stir around what we do. But every day, colleagues, friends, coworkers are creating just as much content to elevate themselves. One of the best ways to elevate you as a thought leader, as an expert, is to celebrate and elevate somebody else. I was talking to my client yesterday, and they just did not understand how that was going to help them with their upcoming events and things that we were working on. I first of all talked about how they need to invite and connect and hashtag and celebrate more what they're doing across our platforms. Again, began to get the conversation going. We got, okay, I don't do that well enough. Maybe I need to focus in on that. And I said, now here's another way. And I explained this concept. If you see a colleague or a friend post, especially if they tagged you in it, which is very common on many platforms, you need to go to that, read that, and don't just give a little quick emoji, a thumbs up or a smiley face, and just do that. Go further and support your colleague and friends. This is not a competition. You are not in competition with anyone. You are a thought leader. You are an expert, and you should be helping to elevate other people. So do the emoji and then go actually type a comment in that supports what they've already posted or written down. Add your voice to support their voice. And if you do have an opposite or dissenting view on their post, be free to share that, but do it in a way that also still elevates them and don't dismantles them. Now, another way to do this is add a comment that talks about how you're supporting them, you understand their view, their ideas, and then add a link to media that you've already created, a video, a white paper, maybe a podcast interview. Add a link in there that supports what they've already written down and gone on. You're now adding supportive content, which elevates them and at the same time elevates you as a thought leader and influencers that wants others to succeed. It really is a powerful way of shifting from you to other people and valuing other people in your same niche or space. When you do this, then you're going to want to just celebrate them. And I would recommend doing this several times throughout the day or throughout the week. Find some people that you know, you trust, you value. They're putting out really good content. Now, this is also where you build relationships. And relationships on all social media platforms for your brand is gold. These other colleagues will see you celebrating them, and they will want to connect with you even deeper. This has happened to me several times where we build these relationships, we elevate together, and then one of us sets a Zoom call up or a phone call, and we're now discussing, we're really in the same field. We're doing these kind of amazing works together. Maybe we should collaborate, Trigger. Maybe we should do something together because we both seem to be on the same wavelength, but we have something different. Now you've gone from celebrating somebody else, you've gone from amplifying them to now you have a business conversation. One thing I can tell you, I get in-mails all the time from people that have never met me, never have a discussion. They haven't liked my stuff, haven't added any value from their end. And they are in the in-mail box saying, I have a new deal. Do you want to do this, Trigger? It's not going to happen. If anyone here is watching my inbox and wanting to send me something blindly for a deal, it's just not going to happen. Take the time to do the relationship building by amplifying others first. You're a servant. You're a leader. Set the example of how others will elevate as you elevate them. And as you do that, I guarantee you will continue to be elevated as a leader, as an influencer, and as a person that is so classy because you empower other people. I want to know more about you. You build your brand authority by building your credibility. That's what this all boils down to. Are you credible? Are you so focused on yourself that you're worried about me? Or are you confident in your thought, in your leadership, in your expertise in your field that you can give some stuff away to support other people? When I was done with the coaching last night, we were talking through some of this right away. I saw later in the night other action happening with the client that I coach, and it was happening immediately, and they got responses, and someone reached out and immediately invited them to be on a podcast show with them because of what they were doing to show, to elevate, to celebrate other people. This other person reached out and says, I like your stuff. I've been watching your stuff. And now I see what you're doing for other people. Man, I want to talk to you. You're unique in your space. You see how this works? Do you see the power of elevating other people? It's not at the expense of you. You are not diminishing you and your place and your brand and your authority at all. Instead, you are actually helping to elevate you and what you do. Thought leaders, in my opinion, need to be generous. We need to be exceedingly generous with what we've been given, what we've been blessed with how we share, how we elevate. And in doing so, we will stand out from the crowd, which is part of brand elevation, brand amplification. You want to separate yourself from the crowd. Take some time this week. Take some time and intentionally look for other people that you know, that you like, their comments are solid, and go in there and give them that emoji. Nothing wrong with that. Take the next step. Go in there and give a comment of support. Unravel their text and give them some other feedback. If you have content that matches and elevates, drop a link in, share that, and combine it with what they're doing to keep elevating them. And at the end of the day, watch how you will continue to grow and grow and grow because you have separated yourself from the crowd as not being just a taker, but you are a giver in your brand, in your authority, in your industry. If you want to learn more about what I do and how I coach, I would love to connect with you. Rich@richbontrager.net. That's the email address, or go to rockthestagemedia.com. I help people amplify. I help you shine on camera, shine on stage so that your brand does amplify. People will lean in and take more notice, and you'll get the clients, the accounts, the respect, the opportunities that you want and that you long for. And until next week, I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, live once again, for more tips, tricks, and insights on how to better rock your stage and your brand. We'll see you next week.